guys, welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today we're not going to be doing a vlog. Today will be a Wip Chat. So if you don't know what Wip stands for, it stands for work in progress. And normally during Wip Chats is that you can work on your own whips or anything while I just chat about what's been going on. By the way, like. It's been a few weeks, but I'm the Stealthy Crafter, and I'm Jessica. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry for the lack of videos these last few weeks for everyone. I've been just it's been not to like go into doom and gloom and stuff like that, but it's just been a rough few weeks for me, and I've been just kind of just dealing with it, but overall, I'm doing okay now. I'm just trying to plug along and get these diamond paintings done for the before the end of August. I got this one about 2 rows left and everything. I did have a vlog for you guys. I was going to do a vlog, but I just it's like I said, like I was like kind of listening to it, like I had parts of it for the last 2 weeks. Hi, Rigel. And I didn't really like it. I wasn't really, like, you could definitely tell that, like, it was kind of all discombobulated and everything with how hectic these last couple of weeks have been for me. So it's just like I scrapped it, which is kind of sad because you got to see a cute interaction between me and the cats and everything, because I was downstairs a few times with them. So, but that's okay. There's always time for more of these shenanigans. Isn't that right, Rigel? You silly cat. So today's whip that I am working on is called Dream in Pink, and like I said, I have two rows left, and it's been going pretty well. Overall, I'm enjoying this canvas. It has the right amount. There's just a lot of color blocking on this. Like up top was just all of this one color that actually the color I'm working on right now. It was like all up top, and I already used up all the specials that I was going to do. I have like this little piece of paper to kind of help me keep track of what drills to change out, but I got to the end with the rainbow and stuff, and I finished doing the stuff in her hair and also the fairy dust for it as well. So I don't really need to do any more like specials or anything for the rest of these last 2 rows, so I don't need to try and focus on that, which I think is great right now. Like I'm just like I just want to kind of space out anyway and get just diamond painting done. I want to focus down and do that, because like I've actually, as much as I haven't really diamond painted this month, I did some progress. I feel like I got some decent progress. I got 2 diamond paintings done, and if I can get this one done, it'll be 3 for the month, and that's some progress compared to the last few months, especially with the 26 for 26 that I've been doing. So I haven't rolled at all this month. I've just been like focusing on things that I want to focus right now. I might go back and spin the wheel, but I just kind of wanted to do a little focusing on things, kind of whittled it down a little bit more and everything, and then I'll probably just, like, whenever the fancy strikes me, I'll use the whip wheel. I just wanted to get some finishes. I just wanted to feel some completions, which, yay, I have. So maybe I'll use it next month. Although I will say, like, some of the diamond paintings that I was kind of hoping that I could, like, just work on every now and then, I haven't really done as much progress I wanted on those. I have another diamond painting that's from Preston Place. This is from Preston Place as well. And I've been working on that upstairs, like, very slowly. What are you doing, kitty? Oh my goodness. So yeah, you're gonna hear that a lot since I'm downstairs. Rigel, what are you up to? Rigel is like right over to my left right here, and he is just staring hard at one of the cats behind me. But yeah, I wanted to work on City Lo-Fi, which is kind of like for the Sailor Summer event that's been going on, that's hosted by Mackenzie over at Dragon Wing Diamonds, and then Sophie over at the Diamond Help Desk. They're doing that, and there's a kitty outside. Oh, someone's kitty's out there. Oh no. Well, I see a collar on them, so hopefully they'll go back to their owners. But yeah, anyway, but I have not worked on Merida at all, and I was going to work on Merida because there's the Fan Art Fest event that's happening, that's hosted by Alyssa over at Mink Arts and Crafts and C over at the Sea of Diamonds, and they're doing that, and I mean, like, my City Lo-Fi could also, you know, be worked on that for that event as well, but it's just like I had plans, and those plans are kind of just, you know, they fell through. Which is kind of understandable because of everything that's kind of been going on. It's just like, with the school year starting, and, with how, like, I'm trying to get settled into the new schedule, and then we've been doing, like, so my oldest, Nicole, she's gotten quite a few doctor's appointments. In fact, she's at one today. She's got a procedure going on today. My husband took her. So, I asked if he wanted me to come along, you know, because it's like in the city. He goes, nah, you can stay home, you know, and I was like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, it just let's have one of us just go so we're not both there. I'm like, okay. So I figure I should, you know, try and do, at least get a video up for you guys tomorrow, you know, which would be Tuesday. So, so I figure I'll do that and keep my mind occupied and everything. Because the poor kid, she's been, I've talked a little bit about her medical issues. She's been struggling. The medicine that we've been working with, like, we've gone through 3 different types of medicine to help with her symptoms, and they haven't improved. The last 2, they helped, and then all of a sudden they stopped. And then this last one that we were on has not done anything to lessen her symptoms. So, yay on immune diseases, right? So, she is going in to basically, they're going to just do like a little bit of investigation, and everything, and they're going to go and put her on another med. So, fingers crossed that this one will work. But yeah, basically, you know, we've talked about it a little bit, but she has ulcerative colitis, and yeah, so she's been struggling. So, but yeah, I'm protecting her privacy and as best as I can. I was able to, you know, I asked to see what information I can give and stuff, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I won't go into more things, but we've talked about a lot of options and stuff at her doctor's appointment on Friday. Poor kid almost needed a blood transfusion, so but yeah, so we had to grab a lot of doctor's excuses because she actually got her picked up on Thursday. She had I literally dropped her off at school, and then I could get a phone call essentially asking me to pick her up 20 minutes later because you know, she had a bad flare up essentially, and it was just like, I need to come home. I'm feeling dizzy and stuff. So it's like, okay, yeah, let's get you home, you know. So, and then talked about that to the doctor, and when they tested her, they said that she was like just on the she was just like right on the level where she could have gone in for a transfusion, but luckily we didn't. We just kept an eye on her this whole weekend, so she might still need to get a blood transfusion, but you know, fingers crossed she doesn't today. So we're gonna just I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for her and see, you know, that, you know, things will pick up for her, because I don't like her suffering. I don't think any decent parent does not like seeing their kids suffer, and you know, I'm just been like, I hate when she's like just dealing with it. So I definitely want her to get better. So, but that's pretty much what's kind of been happening these last few weeks. It's just basically us trying to navigate with Nicole's health and get a 504 plan in place and talk with her teachers to get accommodations and things like that. So it's just been it's been just a lot of that. So my energy has been very low on wanting to focus on doing any sort of content, and I do apologize. And I want to be able to do content. It's just kind of rough when my brain was like being stretched kind of like in a couple of few places. So but hopefully I can get started again. I got a few ideas for stuff. Thankfully, thanks to Natalie over at Diet Coke and Diamonds. She suggested to a lot of us to do like the 10 diamond paintings stuff to work on, and I might do that as a video this week. I'm just gonna have to kind of buckle down and kind of look at my stash and everything about what diamond paintings I'm looking forward to, or which ones I despise. Honestly, there's none of my diamond paintings I really despise. There's ones where I kind of do dread just because of the color palette, but yeah, overall it's just like, it's nothing I really despise or anything like that. So let's see, trying to see, like, what can we talk about that's not doom and gloom and for you guys. All right. So I wouldn't say I broke my no-bite. It wasn't last Saturday, but the Saturday before. I had, I have exceptions, and my exceptions are Chrisabug or and Moonbound Studio. Those are my exceptions. And I got hit with a double whammy of Chrisabug and Moonbound. And I was just like, oh man, I was going to go for the Chrisabug and just wish list the Moonbound. And also that same week they had a Marigold and Sully. Oh, I'm like, yes, Waffle, I hear you. What's up? I don't know if you guys actually heard his meow, but I keep telling you guys, he's like very vocal. But yeah, like, so I was just, that week was a rough week. But I was telling my husband I was going to just wish list the Moonbound. He goes, just get both. Just have a travel buddy. He knows about the free shipping stuff. We always joke about the girl math. He's like, yeah, just do it for the free shipping, And we always say travel buddy. Since I brought it up, since we talked, I tell him about stuff that we talk about in Discord and things like that. So I'm in a couple of Discord servers. So but if you're interested in ever going to these Discord servers, I'll put the links or the links down below for you guys. I have two. There's one from Shire Shenanigans. I don't really talk too much in there. I do mean to. I'm meaning to, but and then the other one where I'm a little bit more active is the Crafter's Den. But I hang out in both. So if you guys are interested in either or, you can definitely do that. The size difference is different. So like if you want something small, like a little small and not like too chaotic, I would say Shire Shenanigans. But if you want something where there's a lot of people, then I would say Crafter's Den. So but both places are very friendly, and a lot of people are in both of these servers. So definitely there's always a little bit of overlap in both of them. So so yeah, I'll and if I do not remember to put the links of these two Discord servers down below, please remind me. I try and do my best, but sometimes my memory is just let's see. So yeah, I bought both. I'm still waiting for them to ship. So they haven't came through, and then luckily this week I didn't have to do anything. I wish listed one thing, but luckily this week was just like, it was safe. Well, I would say last week now. Last week was safe. But yeah, and then like I did wish list the Marigold and Sully, so I was like, okay, All right. So only did that so far. So I'm still holding strong. There's been so many diamond paintings that I want. There's some that I saw last night. It was like from the Diamond Art Gallery, and it's cut, I'm like, I want that. There's some from Diamond Artisan Shop, and I'm like, I want that. There's some from Jaded Gem Shop in Preston Place, and I'm just like, hold strong, hold strong. It is so hard. It is so hard because the FOMO is real. And I'm telling myself, like, unlike with Diamond Art Club, and I'm not bashing Diamond Art Club. I mean, like, everyone has their own opinions, and I will respect them and everything. But unlike the Diamond Art Club, a lot of these shops don't have that kind of FOMO mentality. So I'm able to feel a bit more secure not buying it right away. But oh man, it is so hard when I want it now, especially when I see my friends, they get their diamond paintings, and especially we're all a bunch of big enablers, right? We always enable each other. And oh man, it's just like, but we're also really good about not enabling. So like there's like areas where, like talk me out of buying this, that kind of stuff. And it is hard. It is so hard because it's just like, I want, and I can't, because, you gotta budget. You definitely have to budget. And that's what I'm doing right now is budgeting for what I can and can't get. Like I hate the fact that I can't like spend, the amount that I want, but you know what, one day I will be able to do that again, and it'll be fine. Not to say that we're destitute or anything, it's just that we got to buckle down, especially because of high school and middle school. Three kids, they're eating me out of house and home, guys. Like, we gotten grapes, okay? This is how ridiculous. We got like this really big bag of grapes, okay? I don't really get any fruit in this household. We buy so much fruit, but I never really get to eat any of it because it's gone. It's gone within 3 days. Not even 3 days, 2 days sometimes. And like, here's an example. So we got this bunch of grapes, right? And I was able to eat some of these grapes, and they were the most delicious grapes I have ever tasted. They were so sweet. They weren't cotton candy grapes, but oh my God, they could have been close to them. And yeah, like, not even like all 3 kids in a day almost demolished the whole bag for snack time. And I'm just like, I'm glad they're eating healthy, but I wanted a little bit more grapes. Like, ration it out. So, but yeah, they definitely, they'll definitely eat you out of the house. Someone, it's always like, I'm hungry, and it's like, are you hungry or are you just bored? And like, they're in school now, but oh my goodness, they still like, there's times when they come home and it's like, I want food. It's like immediately, like, I want food. I'm like, are you not eating at all at school? I know the answer. I know they're more socializing than anything. Hi, Rigel. Rigel's just like just jumped onto the desk. I don't know if he'll walk underneath the camera or not. Nope, he's gonna walk on my keyboard. All right, thank you, Kat. Goodness. But yeah, so it's pretty much just like we gotta get. We're just trying to get things all set up, especially since I got 2 retreats that I'm going to. Next year. Got one coming up in like March, and another one coming up in June. Is it? Yeah, in June. So I just gotta, space things out and everything. And, then of course Christmas is going to come up. Halloween's coming up. And, I know that the twins will definitely want to go trick-or-treating again this year. So, and they don't fit into their costumes last year. So if you don't know, I sometimes, like, if they want to just wear the same costume from the year prior, I just let them. We save the costumes because I don't know if you noticed, costumes are so expensive. I could just buy them a bag of candy, but they love going out and, trick-or-treating. So, but yeah, so usually it's like every other year, I don't buy a costume because, it's like, do you want to wear this again? Yeah. And it's like, so like with Michael, I think he's been like a hot dog, a Fall Guys hot dog for 3 years actually. This year he's going to have a new costume. So, but yeah, so I think this might be their last year. If not, then next year maybe. I'm of the opinion, like, it doesn't matter how old you are, trick-or-treating, you're not getting into trouble, you know? You're going out, you're going around door to door, you know, trying to just get free candy. And, you know, there's some kids who don't wear costumes, like these older teenagers. I'm not gonna gatekeep them and say, no, you can't have any candy, you only have a backpack that's just to put candy in. I'm not going to gatekeep that. You know what? They're going around. Some of them are, you know, bringing their siblings. Some of them are just, you know, wanting to have fun, you know. So, and this isn't for me to, I'm not chastising anyone, you know, or their opinions. This is just mine. And it's just like, I'm of the opinion is, if they're not doing anything that's getting them into trouble and they're just going around door to door and they're trick-or-treating, I'm fine with it, you know, whatever. Here, have some candy. I even last year was giving it to the adults. I was like, here, have some candy, you know. Of course, I kind of did run out, so I was so sad about running out. Like, it was just like, we couldn't, there was like a lot more trick-or-treaters last year. Like, oh my God, there were so many. So it was like, usually at the end of the night, I have some left over. Like, I always have just a little bit of candy left over for me. And last year, there wasn't even anything. Nothing was left over. I was just like, I was so sad. But yeah, so gotta, you know, we gotta just plan stuff out with all this stuff. So yeah, nothing too like, oh my God, you know, but it's just like, you know, kids, you guys are eating me out of house and home. You getting new shoes, you know, it's like getting new shoes, especially since my youngest, so Jaina is signing up for not track, but like for this it's like girls who run thing, and they got a 5K run that they are training for. I've told you guys this before with Nicole. Nicole's done this for 3 years. They don't do that in high school, but the middle school is doing it again this year. And I think it's going to be so funny because like the teacher, the coach there already knows Michael, and he was like, is your sister, you know, Nicole? And he's like, yep. And I think it's going to be so funny when he finds out that, you know, Jaina is also Nicole's sister. And he's going to be just like, how many of you kids are there? Because he hasn't seen Jaina yet. So he's like the Spanish teacher, but he's also the coach for this. But yeah, they're going to be training for a 5K run. And Jaina wanted to do it, so especially when my husband told her basically like the little tradition that him and Nicole had, after they do a run, they go to stop at Dunkin' Donuts or a Krispy Kreme, and they get hot chocolate and donuts and to celebrate everything and bring it home. And this kid, she's motivated by sugar. She is like, you convince her. You can convince her to do a lot of things if there's sugar involved. So, but yeah, she's going to, sign-ups are today, so we're going to sign her up, and everything. So I got to get her some shoes. I got to get her some decent running shoes, and then like some, actual running clothes so she can start, doing that. So do things after school. It's going to be so weird with Nicole being in band practice after school, and her with and then Jaina with her track stuff, and I have to pick up Michael because unfortunately they don't do anything for like the 6th graders until like at all. There's not like any clubs and anything. The only thing was the robotics club, and he didn't get in, so he really wanted to get into that one, but you know, we told him to talk to that teacher and see like what does he need to do to see about trying to, what would help his chances on getting in next year, because there's only like limited spots. So but yeah, we're just we're just trying to get everyone all prepped and stuff, because oh my goodness, I'm just like, I'm flabbergasted. And we got new glasses. The twins got their glasses off Cine. And I used to be a lab tech for lens crafters. I used to make the, we'll make your glasses in an hour kind of thing. But oh my gosh, that I hate it. I hate it being rushed on like high prescription orders when I used to work at lens crafters. But yeah, I was the person in the back working on your lens and making sure it was the right prescription and making it fit into the frame and everything. So I gotten a lot of training and knowing about PDs and everything. There was one point where before I quit was like with my training was trying to get to be not an optometrist but an optician. But they were only had so much spaces for training, and I would have to wait so many years because they were training someone else and they only have like limited spots. So after a while, like with my schedule getting jerked around, I just decided to quit. I was like, no, I can't stay here. It was starting to get not to be good anyway. With, like I said, my hours were getting jerked around. This is like way before Nicole was born, like almost a year before she was born. But yeah, my hours were getting jerked around so much. So like, so where I lived, at the time, of course, I didn't drive. My husband did. And I had to go take a bus. But the thing is, the bus didn't have a direct route. I had to go straightly into the city. So normally a drive to work would be 25 minutes from straight through. When my husband would take me to work, 25 minutes max, right? Instead, when with me having to take transportation, so I had to go on to the bus and then the subway and then a bus kind of thing, or like 2 buses instead. So basically I would have to take a bus and go straight into the city. And then I would have to wait. And then depending on the time, I would take like the little, wasn't a subway, but basically the train type thing, the tram or whatever. And then get to a certain spot and then take the bus that's there to the that's like literally by the mall kind of thing. And there was like 2 buses that would go to 2 different routes. So depending on the time, I would be able to take just 2 buses, all together, or I would have to take 2 buses and the train thing. And overall, that total time to do all of that would take me 2 hours. 2 hours total to get to work, right? So, I had to plan my day very, very carefully about how to make sure I would get to work on time. And there was times where I was at work, I would say a good 40 minutes early, just because of the times and stuff like that. But yeah, there was times where I would do this, 2 hours to get to work. And then I would only work an hour and then get sent home. And then it's like another 2 hours to go home. And then at that point, I was dumping more money going to work than, it was just like, than getting any money in return. It was like I was spending more than making at this point just to have the privilege to work. And I was just like, I'm spending 4 hours of my day just doing this, and from what I know about the transportation, it still hasn't improved. They still haven't done any improvements or anything like that. So, so yeah, I was just like, I had to go and call it quits at that point. Like, especially with how much, like, they would, like I said, they cut my hours drastically, at the time. So, it wasn't just me. It was like a lot of people. They were like starting to work on skeleton crews and stuff like that before even with this whole thing going on. But yeah, but yeah, it's just like so I was, long story short, I usually order glasses off Cine because I trust it, and I know how to measure the kid's pupillary distance, and I can read read prescriptions, and I understand the whole concept of it. So the only thing I can't do, like, I can still adjust their frames. I'm able to do that. The only thing I can't do is, like, check to see if the prescription is correct at home, because, you know, I don't have a reader to do that. I still remember how to do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my, were you on the counter, sir? Sorry, I heard one of the cats jump down, and it sounds like Waffle, because Waffle, he will be on the counter when he knows he's not supposed to, although he's orange. Okay, let's see, what else has been going on? So, I've been, like, hearing the cats just run around. I wonder if they want me to feed them again. They're, like, always wanting food. It's, like, it's so funny. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay. Just to make sure that I am putting the right things. I'm just trying to make sure of that. Okay, there we go. And there. Okay. So let's see what else has been going on. So yeah, glasses, all that fun stuff. So, like, yeah, crazy amount. So but yeah, I am desperately wanting to get this done before the end of the month. Will I do it? I do not know. We will find out. You will definitely find out when I have my month in review, if this one is finished. But let's see, what else has been happening? Goodness gracious. There's been a lot of funny things that's been going on. The kids have been watching. We've been doing, like, some movie things. We didn't do it last month. Not last month, but this weekend. We haven't really done it, but my husband and I are kind of tired. We were supposed to have actually today was supposed to be, like, our lunch day while the kids were in school, but with this procedure that Nicole got scheduled in, the lunch date is not happening. We're gonna have to choose a different day. But yeah, it's just like my husband took time off for today, and he's like, well, I'm glad I took time off because when we meet it's like, oh my goodness. So yeah, we're not going out to eat until I guess next week. We'll see, you know. Kiddo is, you know, more important than dinner lunch, but it's still like, oh man, I was really looking forward to, you know, going out to eat, but that's okay. Speaking out, going out to eat. So yesterday, everyone was, like, talking about hot pot in the recipes channel in Discord, and we were all kind of just joking around about, like, how we would visit each other and then just go and eat hot pots at each other's, you know, place. Like, we'll go to, you know, the restaurants that's in our area, and I made a comment about, like, after they stop somewhere else, they can stop at my house and we can, you know, do the same thing. And Shari Shenanigans was like, wait, how close is it? Because like I said, we're going to, you know, there's a retreat that's coming up in March, and I was like, you know, it's a certain distance, so it's a certain distance away. And she's like, DM me the address. So I did, and then she's like, it's doable. We could go out during one of the nights. So I think that might be a thing that we are going to do. So it's like, I just think it's so funny, like, that is going to be, like, definitely something we're going to do. And I was, like, kind of just telling her about some of the places that's around the area, so as well, like, all the like, restaurants. But I will say, like, there's some restaurants where I'm like, no, don't go. I will not eat there. It's like, no, the food's no good. Even though the reviews have excellent reviews, I will say, nope. Like, some of the places here in where I live, I almost said the word, so the place that I live here, like, I will say that there's a really good Mexican restaurant. It's not authentic Mexican, but it's really tasty, and I like it a lot, compared to the other Mexican restaurant that's, like, literally on they're both down the street, just opposite ways, right? One's closer to the town, compared to this one. The one, like, closer to town, it is so bland. There is no flavor at all. And compared to this one, and I don't know if it's just, like, they're just outside the town limits just enough, or what, but I know that they're trying to bring in new, they got a couple new new restaurants downtown. So, and I haven't tried them. One of them I haven't really tried. I've been kind of thrown off because of like what they did last, like this winter when we had the ice storms and stuff. They were still like, oh, we have people coming in, when it's like, you know, we're told stay off the roads, and you know, there was literally ice. And of course, like where we live, I know it's like if we were like up in the north or the northeast, it would not be as big of a deal, because they would have people who are de-icing the roads and everything. But we don't have those kind of equipments, especially in the south, and you know, don't have enough of that manpower, especially for a small town. So what are you doing, kitty? So I was just like, I was a little thrown off about, you know, them still wanting their employees to come in. I'm like, no. So I haven't tried them. But a lot of the restaurants in downtown, they're kind of always bland. It feels like there's no seasoning and stuff. Like and this is not an attack on anyone, but it's like meant for towards the elderly and everything, like, so like where there's no salt and things like that. So it's like more tuned to their taste instead, because you know, like a lot of times with the elderly and stuff, they're looking, you know, they're trying to reduce their sodium intake and things like that. So it's like, so when I'm like eating at these diners and places, it's like, this has no taste. This does not taste good. But it does seem to be slowly changing. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But well, it's good for me, because it's like I can have some options, and it will breathe in some new life. I mean, like the other places are still thriving and they're still open. We're just got new restaurants now starting to kind of open up in the area. So you know, well, I'm definitely going to be trying out something in the future. We'll see. I don't even know why I went into that ramble. This is how scrambled my mind is, guys. Let's see. But yeah, we are like just, oh my goodness, like there is like so much that we're trying to get done this whole time. Like I got a lot of plans coming up, and oh my goodness, it's just like with this heat has been awful. Like I don't know how bad it's been for you guys, but last week was just the worst with the heat. And yeah, I know I'm wearing long sleeves. I'm inside, and my husband has the AC kicked up to the max. Usually when I'm out, I'm not wearing long sleeves, or if I am, I'm in the car so I won't burn up. But yeah, this heat's been so awful. I've been feeling bad for Nicole having to go and practice in this heat and everything. But we actually had some storms, which was kind of nice. But the storms are kind of just, they're sporadic, they're scattered. So it's like we're not getting it all the time. We get a lot of rumbles and stuff, but it's like sometimes it just completely misses us. But there's been a couple where it's like been some, I would say like some really strong winds and things, but luckily nothing around us. I know there was like a few micro bursts like way further north of us, like from one of the storms that was supposed to hit us. So I'm glad it didn't hit us, but oh man, we still need rain, guys. We need the rain so bad. I just realized how bad this camera's shaking. I am so sorry, guys. All right. Goodness gracious, I just realized how long I've been talking too. Alright, sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee. Ooh, I know what I can talk about. Since we talked a little bit about Halloween. Coffee. So it's that time of the year again, guys. And if you know what I'm talking about, you're either going to go, oh no, or oh yay. So it's pumpkin spice time, guys. Woo! So, yes, I am a basic woman. Yes, I am. But I love pumpkin spice, and I know it's not going to be actual pumpkin flavor. is because I know there's some that actually have the pumpkin flavor with it, but I know for the most part that pumpkin spice is not pumpkin flavor, but I still love it. I love those spices. They're so good, and everything. But yeah, the coffee shop that's near me, they have they got their pumpkin spice lattes in stock, and then the pumpkin spice creamer, we were able to pick it up yesterday, along with oatmeal cream pies. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm just... I'm a happy person. I just want simple things. Give me pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha. And I just, you got me. You got me. So yeah, like the day where I actually had to pick up Nicole on Thursday, I actually sir, hey. All right, hold on. Hey, no sir. All right, I gotta go I'll be right back. Oh. No sir. Hey. No, that's not for you. No, Waffle. No. So what happened was Waffle jumped up when he wasn't supposed to and knocked down the cleaning brush in the sink. And he's trying to take it with him. I don't know why he wants to take it with him, but he's trying to take it with him. So I had to go and pick it up. So... like I said, this cat, I love him. He's a menace, but I love him. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think about... Oh, so pumpkin spice. So, yeah, so Thursday was when I took Nicole and I to the coffee place so I could get my pumpkin spice, and they had the muffins. And the muffins, they were like... And this is going to be a word that some people are not going to like. And I apologize, but this is the best way to describe the muffin. So it was so moist and gooey, and it just fell apart. It had like caramel all in it as well, and it was just so sweet. My husband did not like the sweetness. I bought him one as well, and it was so sweet, and it was so delicious. And I was like, it was like a nice little special treat. And for Nicole, I got her something to take to school. And it was just like, and yeah, she was so sad because it's just like, you know, she wasn't happy about having to be picked up. Hey, no sir, no. Let me get the water bottle. There you go. No. I do not know why he is doing that. My goodness, he is not being the best behaved kitty right now. Okay, he must want me to feed him, because like I looked in their bowls, they have food, but he probably wants like actual like a top up, but it's like no. Hey, sir, my goodness. We have like these like little things around the counters to try and prevent them from jumping up there. Like Nova and Rigel are pretty good about not doing that, although they have, well, Rigel has started doing that since he's been seeing Waffle do it. But now they used to work, but now it's like he's ignoring them and just keeps standing on them now. So it's like, oh my god, this cat. So like, yeah, we've basically had to start putting everything up and putting things like so that way out of the way so he can't get them and won't be, you know, tempted to grab things. I don't know why he wants that brush so bad. Like, I do not know. But yeah, so maybe I should turn on the laser pointer. All right, hold on. Waffle, look. Hi, baby. Aww. Come here. You want to say hi to the camera? You're still mad at me for spraying you? I'm sorry. But you need to not jump up there. Okay, let's turn on the laser pointer, okay? All right, let's do that, okay? And then we'll play with the ribbon one later on. Ooh, would you like to play with the ribbon one? Would you like to play with the ribbon one when I'm done? All right, looks like this needs to get charged. All right. Oh, ow. I am so sorry about how scattered. Okay, there we go. Oh, all three kitties are interested in it. Okay, there you go. All right, so I will definitely go and grab the ribbon one after I'm done, and we'll get some of that energy out. All right, hopefully that'll distract him. Cross your fingers. So, oh my goodness, like how many? Okay. All right. So, yeah, I am so excited that pumpkin spice is back. That's pretty much it. So, I'm just excited. Let's see. All right, yep, we're chasing the laser pointer just a little bit, it looks like. All right, that's good. That's good. I want him to do that. I want him to get distracted. So, but yeah, I'll definitely go and grab the ribbon one that I have and try and have him play with it while I'll take a short break with my diamond painting and everything. So definitely let him have a little bit of running around and get his energy out. So we have a couple of toys like we usually put around, like the laser pointer, this automatic laser pointer. So it'll like activate like for 15 minutes at a time, for like every 2 hours or so. So that way like he's not being destructive during night, because he is destructive. So we're just trying to figure things out. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, but you know, we gotta figure out ways to make him a little bit less chaotic at times. But you know, it's kind of hard to do that when you're an orange baby, you know. So let's see. But yeah, the cats have been doing really well compared like before, where it was like Rigel was just always hissing at him and everything, like when we first started having them you know, live peacefully next to each other. Now yes, there's some fights, yes, there's some spats, but it's not like crazy awful. It's like once every few days, and Rigel does not hiss at him anymore whenever Waffle just walks by like he used to. There's been times where they just walk side by side, and it's just like they're existing next to each other. There's times where he's like they'll he won't let Waffle really groom him, but he'll groom Waffle. Waffle is still so intrigued about smelling their butts and putting his face all up in it. And I'm just like, cat, come on. Because Rigel hates it when Waffle does that. And that's when he gets a sweat. But there's this funny story. Okay, so Waffle and Rigel had the Sumis and kind of just chasing each other around. And Nova, she's like on the top of the cat tree. She is peacefully sleeping during this whole time when it all happens, right? So the cats, like, they started out play fighting, you know, it was like playful, and then it was about to get into an actual, you know, little spat, right? So what was happening was like they were chasing each other, they were, you know, just kind of rolling around, and then all of a sudden, like, Rigel jumps up and goes into the bucket of the cat tree, and that wakes up Nova. And Nova's like immediately has a judgmental look on her face. Let's see, where is this color? Okay. Then Waffle comes up. Waffle still wants to play, right? And Rigel's like, basically, he's done with playtime now. He's done. He's like, he basically, you know, we did our play, but Waffle's still in, let's play, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, you know, they both kind of, you know, like, was like, you know, have opposing ideas and everything, and then Rigel and Helms just start kind of getting into it, but not like really bad, and then they stop because Nova appears over her ledge of the cat tree and looks at them both, right? And then immediately smacks Rigel on the face, like, stop that. Immediately, like, she's like, stop that, and he looks at her and then jumps down, and then she looks over at Waffle and then smacks Waffle as if to say, you stop that too. And they both immediately was like, it felt like they were both going, yes, ma'am. Because he stopped. But it was so funny. And I was dying over here. It's like, yeah, Nova's the top queen of the household. She definitely rules this home. She knows that she is the top of the pecking order. But it was just so funny where it's like, pat, pat. So, but yeah, I have a couple of pictures that I sent in Discord because she sits so funny at times. Like, so the little top of the cat tree that she likes to perch on, like, it's by the window, and she'll put her paws out in such a weird way to just hold on to the windowsill and just look outside. And it's just so funny. And then I told you guys about the how she sits in the bucket. There's times when she's in the bucket and her legs are just sticking straight out from the bucket. It's like, honey, are you okay? Are you okay, honey? But yeah, just like, but the cats are doing really, really good. I'm glad that they're getting along more and more. So, but yeah, it's amusing seeing how everything is coming out. So, okay, let me see about this. Oh, he's like not doing anything now. Why? Why? They're both like just staring. They're staring. I see a third one. All three of them are just staring at the laser pointer light. Like their heads are just like vroom, 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 vroom. It's so cute. Oh my goodness, they're so adorable. So yeah, I also have their treats over here. So like if I really need them to get away from something, I can. Distract them a little bit. I think I'm going to also open up the office so that way they can hang out in there. Although my husband's a little perturbed by them because one of them has chewed the wire through his headset. So he had to get a new headset. So he's a little aggravated by them. And I'm like, it's probably Nova's. Nova and Waffle would be the ones with the wiring. They like to chew on that. So we've been trying to like it's usually they try and go for the foam stuff that's like around the mic. So mine thankfully does not have that foam stuff. And mine is wireless. So and I have goodness gracious, and I have cords. So oh my goodness. Let me see, what other color do I want to put down next? Trying to see which color. This one. Goodness. Oh, and on top of that, like I feel like I am coming down with something, and I'm just like, please no, because like it's like there's been something that's been going around, and it's been giving me the shivers, and I've been just like I don't have a fever, but I got like the body aches. Like I already have body aches, but I got body aches on top of that. Like, oh my goodness. And then like I feel shivery, and then I feel hot, and I'm taking my temperature, everything's fine. And now it's like I'm starting to get a sore throat, and I'm just like, no. And I know some of it's like with me talking and stuff, but I woke up with a sore throat as well. I'm just like, and Jana was feeling like that last week, so it's just like, can you guys not get me sick already, please? So yeah, I'm in like I feel like I'm gonna be coming down with something. I just really don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm just like, no, we're not dealing with that just yet. So I'm trying to pretend it's not happening, although I'm pretty sure I'm going to be knocked out for a bit. So I'm hopefully I can get the video that I want to get done this week done, so that way you have something that's not just more. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, are you supposed to be up there? Oh, I got another cat story. So this is Rigel and Waffle misbehaving. So I'm sitting here, right here, doing my diamond painting, and I'm hearing noise. And apparently the TV stand was pushed out just enough, just slightly enough, right? For them to get behind it. So they're going behind the sound bar, and then they go behind the TV stand itself, and then they start kicking the fabric drawers that we have so that they can climb into it, because we don't want them in the drawers. So like they kept doing it, and I didn't realize the TV stand was like open just enough, but it was. So like I kept like going, nope, 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 you know, closing it and everything. And then like the next day when there was like daylight and stuff, when I opened the windows, I'm like, oh, there's a nice enough space for them to climb behind here. Well, that's going to be, you know, not going to be like that anymore. So I pushed it. But it was just so funny because excuse me, like going in and then like I'm trying to close the drawer because I thought at first it was just one of the kids that left them open because they weren't paying attention to closing the drawer. So I was trying to close and I'm like, why won't it close? And then all of a sudden Rigel just pops his head out. I'm like, Rigel, get out from behind there. It's like so funny and doing that, and like but yeah, then he kept doing it. It was like, no, stop it, you know better. But now they're like flabbergasted because they can't do that anymore. It's like they found a new toy and now the toy has been taken away and they're trying to get the toy back, and it's like they're just like trying to get behind so they can keep kicking the drawers open, and they can't anymore. What's funny is that we pulled that TV stand out to pull out their toys and everything, their actual toys. So are you going to go after the laser pointer? Are you going to go after the light? But yeah, that was so funny. I mean, like, it got aggravating, but it was so funny at the time. Now, it's like, oh my goodness. You're just... Hi, Rigel. You're such a silly boy. You are such a silly boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut it off here. Just to give my throat, you know, a little bit of rest, so you guys don't hear me start clearing my throat. You don't need to hear that. And just so that way I can start entertaining these babies, so that way they are not being destructive. Isn't that right? Yeah, nah, yeah, I see you sniffing that. So, with that being said, fingers crossed that I can get this done this week. I'll let you guys know next week. You'll probably see where I'm at next week, if I'm with this or with something else. Well, depending. I probably will try and do vlog. I'm going to try and start up my vlogging again. I just decided I wanted to give you guys a small update, kind of explain what's been going on, why I've been out for 2 weeks and everything. But yeah, it's just basically a lot of medical stuff, a lot of low energy, me not feeling the best, you know, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, like, you know, so hopefully I won't disappear on you again for another 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. I definitely finally got my referrals for my, I'm trying to think of the, for ortho. So I'm going to go there. Like, I'm going to try and schedule my appointments. So I finally got the referrals for that. So I got to schedule my appointments for that and get that set. So yay, we got a step, you know, we got one more step towards things. Woohoo! But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!